Under the Dome, Season 2, Episode 12, Turn. This was definitely a good episode leading up to the season finale, especially the ending portion of the episode was definitely the best part, with, without exception. I really enjoyed the ending with, I guess, two and a half deaths. We don't really know what happened to Melanie yet. In the preview, they kind of spoiled that Big Jim's wife does survive, at least until the next episode. She may not live through the season finale, but we don't really know yet. But I thought she was really done for at the end there. But I definitely enjoyed the episode. Another one of my favorite parts was the fact that Barbie was able to convince his dad to come to the dome. His dad was even going to take the egg to the dome to save everyone within it, but he gets betrayed at the end when he's able to pick up the egg, which the egg knew when he was at the dome because it's kind of the same thing. It knew, like, this guy's taking me back to where I belong, so he was able to touch it. And unfortunately, his people kind of turned on him, or I guess they're not his people. I thought he kind of controlled all that stuff, but they're just some weird government army section, and so they betrayed him. And now he's gonna be in prison, I'm guessing, in the next episode. I don't know if we'll even actually get to see him, but I did enjoy the fact that he was at least going to go, and I was excited to see how that was going to play out, but it doesn't end up playing out. So I'm really excited for the season finale. There were other moments, like honestly, leading up to the end of this episode, there wasn't, to me at least, there wasn't too much happening outside of the stuff with Barbie and his dad. Other than that, it was really just sort of character development stuff happening, like a little bit here and there. Um, Rebecca sort of came around to the fact that the dome may or may not be far beyond science, especially when she learned about Melanie. She got a little bit more in touch with Julia, so she was there in the end. Of course, she's kind of one of the main characters, so all the main characters were in the end of the episode, but it wasn't too much else outside of this ending portion and the stuff they had with Big Jim and his wife, and him trying to get her back into painting and trying to help her get her visions back was fairly interesting, in him talking to her about the stuff that happened. I believe it was during the season premiere where he was going to kill himself, and then the dome brought everyone back, and he survived that, and he didn't die. And she said exactly what he thought in the beginning of this season, and that's that the dome wanted him to lead everyone out of Chester's Mill, or at least to lead Chester's Mill in general. But I did enjoy it. The blood in the picture, at least I thought it was blood. I thought she actually was bleeding, or either that she was bleeding and she was hiding it, or that it was just a crazy vision that she had, and that's what she was saying that looked like blood. But she says in the end it was just red paint, and that's why it was dripping, is because it was her blood. But we still don't actually get to see what that picture is. So whatever it is that she painted had the red in there, but she didn't paint herself being stabbed or anything like that. It was almost like she had the vision of what she was painting, and then the dome was sort of giving her that warning, like, this is what's going to happen to you, and that's why this red paint is dripping. So whatever she painted, I don't think was actually connected to what happened with Melanie. She had the vision before she came to Chester's Mill, or I guess in transition to entering Chester's Mill, and that's what led them to the end scene where everyone put their hands on her to bring her back. But whatever was in that picture that she painted, we still haven't gotten to see it, so I think it has something to do with either what's going to happen in next week's episode, or something that I feel is a bit more likely is that it's going to have to do with what we'll get to see in season 3, as to whether or not the dome ends up going somewhere else. And she did start, it was like a big blue arc, so I would have to assume that was the dome. And with it being a giant blue arc, I think we might actually see the dome end up moving to Zenith somehow. Like, everyone's gonna end up getting through this portal that they showed in the preview, which is the new way out of Chester's Mill. So they're gonna get out. At least this is my prediction, of course. They're gonna get out, and somehow the dome will end up being transported to Zenith, and that's what'll happen in season 3. It'll be a dome in a whole new area. So I'm excited for this season finale. Hopefully there will be a season 3. I do love this show. I think this season was better than the first season, which I also enjoyed. But what do you guys think is going to happen in this season finale? We got Lyle getting killed at the end of this one, which is a crazy moment. That was definitely my favorite part of the episode. I never would have thought he would have gone crazy that way. I knew he was still kind of crazy with the whole, like, I saw the fire, and he kind of went back to his crazy religious self, like, things are just going to happen the way they happen, and we're supposed to do this and do that. and he killed the woman that he supposedly loved, or he stabbed her at least. And it's because he believed that he's supposed to be in heaven with her, and then Big Jim kills him, and he's just like, thank you, and he was happy about it. It was so crazy, but he's dead now. Big Jim has to worry about whether or not his wife is going to survive. They have to worry about what the heck's going to happen with Melanie. Is she gone? Is she the portal now? Like, was she teleported to Zenith, but someone just hasn't found her yet? Or maybe they have, and we just, of course, don't get to see that side of things yet until the season finale. But what do you guys think is going to come up in this next episode leading into season 3? Comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.